Okay, the guys have gone to work. I've done my basics. I've made the beds. I have got a fair bit of washing to do because I've just put the last lot of work clothes in the machine. Then it has to go on an empty hot wash because of engineering and oil and everything. And then I'll wipe the drum over before I can start washing. Then it'll be a couple of dark washes. Things that could be mentioned today is, yes, definitely will be sharing what I'll be getting rid of on day one. Normally I start this beginning of January, but due to the fact I've had a lot of commitments and things going on and appointments, I have been getting rid of a hell of a lot of rubbish, which unfortunately I should have videoed it or took pictures, but there you go. One way to keep costs down, as you know, I'm doing a month where I'm not spending unless it's food or necessities. So it's a non-spend month, but with that in mind, I can change my furnishings around. I can change ornaments around. This is about shopping your home. And I've said this for quite a few years, especially your wardrobe. If there's something you haven't worn for a while and it fits and it feels comfortable, then wear it. I have got certain items that I haven't worn for quite some time because of lockdowns. Like, I will point this out now. I might as well share what I mean. It is a blouse, and it's this one. It's a favourite of mine, this leopard print. I've had this so many years. It's quite warm as well. I normally wear this winter time with, so depending on what the occasion is, I've worn it so many times, either with leggings, jeggings, or I've got some like velvety trousers if I want to dress it up even more. I haven't worn this in over 2 years. Normally if you haven't used something, get rid of it, but it's one of those items, it's worn so many times. It's just obviously with lockdowns I haven't been to restaurants or you know, sort of Christmas do's or anything like that. So that is one item that I definitely will not be getting rid of. It's the same as this one, which is like a black velvety. It is actually more of a shirt, but I use it more of a jacket because it's quite long, again with the same sort of jeggings and everything, but you see I layer it with that leopard print. So they're two items that I wish to keep. So shop your home. Some of the new pieces that I purchased, and I couldn't believe this, it's longer than what I expected. This is one of the items I purchased from Dunelm on sale, and believe it or not, it is slipping a bit. I have got a runner underneath, but it's not long enough, and I've got to get another carpet runner to go underneath, you know, grip things so it doesn't slide on the laminate flooring. But there it goes to that end, and you carry it on. It couldn't have, look at that, just fits in there without curling it up. It does fit with, and I hadn't measured it, but this is where I wanted to put it. Funny enough, it's sort of a brown, it looks grey, it's like a browny grey colour, but to tell you the truth, it is very much like the colour of our curtains, so it does go well. And yes, this is going to have to be washed. All this, I thought it would be too warm, but it's been bitterly cold recently with all the frost and everything, so it was ideal. And then I've got that little segment over there, which I am pleased how it looks, and I'll give you a closer look at that. For anyway, the beginning of the year, some things I've just put there just so there's something in these little boxes. Some things that I do use. Those lights, I'm so pleased I paid half price from Dunelm again at the same time as I purchased the mat or rug runner. And I've got this little thing that sometimes I even put, say, my Kindle in there, like so. or any bits and pieces. I've got my little owl's heart there. And yes, I think, let me just take the light out of the way because it's a bit glary. I've left me gnome out. I just think because of the fur and everything, and I had that bed in, I just thought it goes really nice for winter. And I've got another one of these log pieces that someone at the community centre gave me, and this grey sort of pot with this succulent in, and that is how I've set that up on that little unit. I mentioned this, a lot of these ornaments were in this little cupboard, so I could just put them out when the Christmas decor came down. Got this bowl here. I am afraid actually it might get broken because sometimes hubby puts, if he don't put his work clothes on hook beyond the door, he puts them over this because normally this is sort of bare. I could put it the other side. I've got that towel to put away. I brought that up. It's got to go in the airing cupboard. It's just that I wanted to balance out some of the browns, brown and grey. Realistically, it could go there because I tend to hang my clothes up anyway. But I just want to balance it out. It's all about shopping around your home, even if you change ornaments from room to room and things like that. I do that with furnishings like the cushions, everything. They were on our son's bed, but as soon as I put this bedding on, they came out, and as you know, I already had that fur blanket there, but we haven't needed to use it. It normally gets flipped over the baseboard of the bed. So I'm really pleased with that. So there's nothing really I needed to do in there. Our son's room, I have made his bed. The light's not brilliant in here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to wash his bed in, because once the machine's finished on empty, I like to put dark washes on. And also, except for a few Christmas gifts there, I haven't put everything back on the shelves, even though it's been dusted. And yes, I do have my lounge set on. It is clean and it has got reindeer on, but it's so comfy with the thick frost again this morning. So I have got a few things on my list. I've pulled out a few bits and pieces here. I've got those lotions that I keep refilling and everything. I don't use the hand cream so much, but I will do, because keep washing your hands and using, you know, gels and things. And even when you're cleaning, I ought to start using more hand cream due to my hands are really dry. I've got a couple of bits that will go in the basket, which I'll be sharing later today, of the first 7 things I'm getting rid of. I've got some packaging. I do tend to use a lot of these containers, but I've dumped about, or hubby's dumped about 4 or 5 of these, and I was going to do something with them. But I think I've got enough plastic containers at the moment, so that's going to go out. And just some packaging for lights. I've got some ornaments to go back around. And I've pulled out 2 pairs of fluffy socks, new ones. I've left those there because when they go in my sort of canvas bin for socks, I want to pull 2 older pairs out. And I say a few ornaments to go away. So, and around our home. This is about shopping around your home, changing ornaments and furnishings around. Got this bag. A lot of it is stuff that I've carted before Christmas backwards and forwards to the community centre. It's got craft bits, papers and everything, so I need to sort that out. And my owl that normally sits in my cubby, but I took that out to put Christmas decor. I will say last night it took me a long time. They watched Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man I think it was, and I did do the first of the jigsaws that Jackie gave me at Christmas time, and it's like it was okay once I got going and realised, you know, how to do it, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it is actually like wooden pieces, so I'm really happy with that, and it happens to be an owl. And then I've got this one to do, which is the hedgehog one, so I may do that one tonight. But they laughed at me because they're waiting to go to bed. They could have gone to bed, but they knew what it was like. I'll probably get sidetracked and do something else. And I had about 5 or 6 pieces left, and they were sort of hovering to see if I would finish it before I went to bed, which I did. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you, Jackie. As I said, it was a great time while watching TV. That's on my to-do list for today is I got to sort all this out, put a few bits on. Now I've taken the Christmas bits down, change a few things around. I've got the suckers to put away. They're off this sort of the windows and everything where I have my wreaths. I got things that I've purchased myself, and also stuff that Carol gave me that I've got to put away. I got the cards I made, and they've got to go away, and the bags, which in the end I didn't use. I was going to make like little sweet bags and things, but they can go up for next year. And also these little pieces that I had from April from America, so I've got to put them somewhere. And that card, I absolutely love that card, and made that from Chatty Batty. And what I'm going to do is, it needs a little bit of glue in there, but what I want to do is I'm going to put that in my card box of cards that I receive, you know, through subscribers and everything. And I want to keep that because I want to put it on those 2 boxes Jackie sent me for this, well, last Christmas now, and because that fit lovely and looked nice, as I had it here with the 2 boxes that had little bits in, like it did have these sort of things, so I knew where they were if I wanted to make little sweet bags up, you know, like for our granddaughter and everything. But it didn't happen, so I will store those away. I've still got my old planner there, due to the fact, if I back out, I've took my little shelving thing out at the moment so I can get at that cupboard and drawer. And my other planner is over here. So I'm just going, because I've got my medication boxes there, and I don't want my details shown. So I have got my planner that I have actually shared recently, and I have filled it all in. As I said, you've seen all that I've sort of shared all that, but it's like this part, it's started, and then this is Monday the 10th, and it will go up today because I've sort of didn't really do any filming yesterday as such, not much anyway. So I thought I'd get on today and get things done. So I did say I had some notes to put in there. As I said, not just a planner, but as a diary as well. And I've only been doing this, I think this is the 3rd or 4th year. I think it's the 4th year actually I've done a planner. But these ones I've actually kept at the moment. You know, I've got room to store them. I know it's the sort of thing you should really dump, but it's nice to go back sometimes if there's a particular time that I'd like to go back and just see what I was doing round about that time. But eventually the oldest one I probably will start getting rid of eventually. So I've got quite a lot to sort of accomplish. The guys are working late tonight anyway, so and I might be cooking a roast dinner. I am, because there was requests, I am actually still doing a meals, so I'm trying to get that filmed every evening as well, or any snacks that I can share. So that will obviously be up maybe in the next, I would say, about 7 days time, just to clear that one. Because I know there was a request on meals, so that video will come up probably at the end of this week. As you can see, I'm in my cubby at the moment, and I'm going to get these pieces sorted out. I have got bits on the lounge floor that I'm putting categories as I sort things, so they're easier to put back where they should be. So first of all, the bags. Now, me and boxes. Now, it was a gift set. I've had this for about 3 or 4 years now. and it slots in on the shelf and just behind there past my wrapping station, and this just holds it, and it's a really sturdy box. This actually stores all like the little gift bags when I see them, you know, things like this. I got the Easter ones in here, and there's toys, and I've got these sort of things I purchase after each season when I see them. So I keep them, all the seasons ones, I keep them all together. I got these, I think these were home bargains, what I remember. So they're just handy, you know, even if you don't use them for little treat sort of bags, you can actually use them for little gifts like this would be nice actually. So all these sort of things can go back in here. Like I said, they're all mixed seasons, and I just know where they are like that. These were actually left over the bags from our eldest son's wedding, and I had stickers actually printed out with the wedding details and everything on. But I was going to do like the sweet thing for our granddaughter, but it didn't happen. So that's on the cards. Maybe I'll do that sort of thing at Easter time. So that just goes at the side, so I'll put that away in a moment. Another box I use, and this has come up a few times, I'll just get it down. This one was $8.99, and this one was from the range. I've shared this before, and what happened is hubby made me these acrylic little dividers, and then I just used my label marker to put on the different sort of occasions and everything. So I've got the cards that I've made. Only one's actually got an envelope at the moment. The envelopes that normally come with these cards are not big enough, so I have to have bigger envelopes as it gets too squished. So what I'm going to do is, some of them are like just for you, and this was a set that, the owl set that I got from Carol, and then I've got this one as well, which can do for any occasion. So what I'm going to do is, so I know that they're in here, I'm going to put them at the front here. At the front is like hello, and the ones where I actually send little notes, like this one could be that one as well. Like I said, so I know that they're not going to get ruined if I put them away. Older and wiser, that actually could do for male or female, but I don't have so many male cards, so what I'm going to do is I will actually put that in, I think, with the male cards. I think that goes in, no, that's children, it'll be this one. And I just absolutely love that range, if you remember me sharing that one. And to a special friend, that one I'm going to put at the front with my hello and note cards, because that could be for dropping a line to anybody. So that is the box, and that works out really well. And I say that was $8.99 from the range, so I just put that away. It's handy if you've got things that are easy accessible. Some things that are downside there can be a little bit harder to get at, but there you are. So now I'm going to just check and see what stickers I've got, because I think I'm going to put these in my sticker folder, because these are all Christmas ones, so I can get that done. The small paper pads can go there, and I'll share that in a moment. As you know, the bottom shelf, it's just that I don't want to keep moving the camera, so that's not a problem. That one will go in a folder behind me, and this one is Christmas embellishments. I've got a Christmas folder for that one, and then I've got small books, they will go down here, and the same as that one. And this one is the arrows. Now, things like this that are not used that often, I bought these on, so £50, and I thought you know, any occasion you can use these, although they were in the wedding bit in the works. But it's finding a place where you can easily retrieve something like that. So normally the first thing I think, oh look at that, that can go in with my party wear. Things like paper plates, things like that, I probably would put it in there. I do have a miscellaneous box in here, which I probably could think, but usually the first place you think of to find these things is the best place. I've got cards and envelopes here. I've got a box for those to go in. This is the larger paper pad that I got marked off half price. I'm just going to put that straight away behind me in my little paper rack. Now, I didn't put this. This is what come off my bag that I had in my stocking for Christmas. A little shopping bag, and that's an owl. But I can cover that over. I just think that is so sweet. I might even fix a paper clip on it, and it could go in my planner. But what I'm going to do at the moment, that's going to go in with my embellishments, because I don't want that to go in. As I said, this is going to be collapsed, and that goes in the box with my cards, which I'm going to get down now. So it's one of these boxes, and I just keep in ones that I've got, like that one that I got from April. It came from America. I got that one actually from the community centre. It's a homemade card. There is a note in there. And I've got what this one was from Anne. And this one I think was from Jackie, if I remember rightly. Yes, Jackie and family. So those sort of things. And then I've got a few things that, you know, have been made for me. So I keep all those. In fact, if Chatty Batty Anne is watching, I do have the card. I don't know if that was last year. It could have been. So I still got that card. So as I said, and that one I believe was from Jackie. Yeah. So I've kept quite a few of the cards and special ones, and where I've had notes and things and thank you cards and things like that. So yeah, I just think it's nice to look back on those. So I'm going to put that in there so I can get that out next Christmas. So that just goes on the shelf. As you know, I've got a lot of these boxes, and I've got these from Hobbycraft. I want to be able to pick a few more up if I can, but I can't this month due to the fact it's no spend. So yeah, it's a bit hit and miss whether I can actually pick those because I like them all matching. Right, I'll get my sticker folder here, which is one of those Constantine ones. I'm sure this came from Wilko's, and although I haven't labelled it up, but it's got quite a lot of different stickers in, like the Christmas ones are at the front. I've got ones that I keep for a granddaughter, and I've got LOL, is it? Yeah, those sort of stickers there, and some ones that got unicorns on, some L ones, Easter. I've got Halloween in there, so it's a good. I think it's a good use of this sort of thing for this type of thing for stickers. Or if you've got a smaller batch of papers, maybe use that. I have got a box under this desk at the moment, so I'm going to put all my Christmas stickers in there. As I said, as I go along, it might give you ideas of what to use, and think out the box and ways of storing your items so you can easily find everything that you need. Right, I've got another one of these boxes. This is to do with sort of cards and envelopes and everything. Sometimes if family members don't actually write on the card, on the envelope, I tend to store them in here, like this one, these sort of things, because they're handy, especially if, you know, making cards, and they're slightly bigger than the envelopes, because a lot of the envelopes I can't use because they are too small, you know, for the 3D ones. So I'm going to put these in here, but I don't think they're going to, oh, I didn't think they were going to fit, as I would have took them out, but I think I'll leave them in the wrapper. I was going to take them out because I didn't think they would fit, but they do. So that's that one. And because these all match, I did used to have some other bins and that, and then I asked hubby if he could put me an extra shelf up, and I felt that this looked better and it broke up the boxes. The only regret I've got, because I wanted a girly space, is I wish these boxes that I purchased from IKEA were white, all white rather than pink. At some point I might ask if I can get the white ones, the equivalent. I might do that and then say to see if my granddaughter's family need them. We shall see, but it's the expense, because I think they were £3 or £4 each, so it's not a problem at the moment, but I think I would have preferred, realistically, I wish I'd gone for white. It's the same as my chair. If you notice my chair, I don't think you can see it, is this bright pink, and this is the way I went originally. Now I'm wishing it was all white, but originally, because I got white furniture in here and a white desk, it was to break up the colour. Here's another box. I actually got this from the charity shop. I think it was something like 95p. It was either 49 or 99p. It did have a greeny like pom-pom on there, tassel type thing, but I took that off so I could always stick something like that, because it's a little bit rough, but you can't really tell. It's on the shelf with the rest of the boxes. Originally, it looks like it's come from TK Maxx or HomeSense. I would have thought it might be TK Maxx because it's got £2.49 on the bottom there. And this is just something that sometimes I've stored things in to get off my desk, but I know what's in there because I was aware of that before Christmas. But boxes, especially charity shop, is also good. I tend to keep nice boxes that I've been gifted, or say products have come in, and reuse them, you know, either for myself or at a later date maybe to gift on. It all depends on, you know, if I got somewhere to store the boxes. Christmas boxes, as you've probably seen, like the ones Jackie gifted me, I will use them again next year to put pieces on my desk, sort of thing that I'm dealing with. But they're also used at the moment, like those ones, to have little ornaments in that have been packed up for Christmas this year. And also I use a lot of those sort of boxes for my wrapping station, which is under the main bed for Christmas, you know, like bows or ribbons or any little bits that I like to fix onto the boxes. So that's that one. Now we've got these ones. These are the Christmas ones. I got these that I got on sale, and then I was gifted this one. And these go just nice under this shelf. I might have to do a little bit of tweaking. I did need some more Christmas ones because I've got the smaller ones here. I think these came from the works, the little ones. So I might have to do a little bit of jiggling. But what I would normally do is when I come to do a little project, or say I'm sitting down cleaning, again on my list, say I pull things out, review, declutter and reorganise. This works well, but I tend to have all the Christmas books together, but I'll do that at a later time. And as I said, these go just in here, and hopefully they're gonna, oh, they just about fit. It's a bit tight there, but they do fit. If I was to have any of the sort of other size ones, which is these, because they don't go very well here, which is these sort of sizes, these ones, they go in here, and I've got sort of these sort of pads all here, so yeah. And I do love these sort of things, which I haven't seen any more in the works for so long now, but that one was the very first one I had, and I've had about 2-3 of those. So, and that goes on the shelf just above. As you probably know, while I'm here, this has all the pads and things, like this one's like the packing list I keep here. I've got my, I've got another one which is the meal planner. I've got one up there, a different one at the moment, you can see it just there. I've got my pad that's got a D on. So these are the ones that I am sort of using at the moment, a lot with gold and black. I've got a market list in here, although I've got one in the kitchen. Maybe it'd be best if I take it out so you can see, which is this sort of thing. Market list, I have got one in the kitchen that I'm using at the moment. And then I've got words to inspire in here. I've got this other book that it's actually a new one. I haven't used that one, so realistically that probably can go in the cupboard down underneath. And a lot of these are sort of things, especially when I'm on the phone or whatever, I tend to scribble in. I have got sort of notes in there which I don't really want to share, but I have got another one on the go at the moment. And then I've got those two little notebooks that I know on YouTube I've seen a lot of people decorate them. So I'm sure Chatty Batty did some decorating of the notebooks as well. So that's something that I want to do. So that just goes on there. So if I bring you round, I'm not sure if I will video everything when it comes to this room, due to the fact that I've done it quite a few times and I'm not sure if people are actually interested. Okay, these are my nice steps for like in here or in the home. The other ones who got a bit of splattered paint that are still in the hall at the moment, they're for decorating, if that makes sense. And normally I have my whiteboard down here as well. That's behind me at the moment because I needed to get round there where my wrapping station is. Right, so I've got my planner. I'm keeping my old one still here at the moment. So that's my new one. Pen, I love this pen. This one, and I'm not sure if the other one's here or it's out at the moment. I like this one, as you can see there's a bit of a theme going here. And I've kept this one out, which I got reduced. This is like the feather one from Harry Potter, and they just go in my pen pot. I also had a reduced set, and it included the gold scissors. Never used those with anything to do with the tapes or anything, because you ruin so many pairs of scissors with the glue residue from tape. So there's there. Something that I keep in this pot on my desk. These are specifically for Moa. The guys know there's a pen pot which is on my bar, which is behind me. But one thing I do keep handy is this, and this is just a magnetic screwdriver, and often the guys use this as well. And then in this bit you have more of the heads in different sizes, so I tend to keep that there because I know where it is and I can use it. I do have my own tool set, pink tool set, which is in one of the drawers down here. Anyway, so this is what I had in a Christmas card from April from America. So because it's got, and I did share this, because it's got some of the sort of planner stickers, what I'm going to do is, for the time being, I am actually going to put that in with all my planner stuff. And at the moment there's so much in it that I'm not going to, it does do up, let me just prove a point, it does do up. But I don't want to force it, but I don't want it ripped. But it's because I've got two sets of different pens in there. I've got this little thing here that has like tapes and pens and everything in it as well. It has this one that I've got on clearance from Tesco's that has all the sort of quotes and stickers in there, plus all my planner books in there. So what I tend to do is that normally just goes on my paper box under my desk, so it's handy to get at. So I'm quite happy because my desk is clear for the moment, but I've still got that bag to sort out in the lounge. I do apologise for the sound disruption on the last part. It seemed every time I put it in my small stand, that's what seems to happen. So these are pieces that I've been sorting out from that bag in the lounge. So the glues here, I'm going to do it this way to see rather than put it in a stand, so do excuse any joltiness of it. So all my spare glues go in here. I did take extra tubes. As I said, this is a lot of stuff that was used for the community centre before Christmas, so do excuse any sort of jolting of the camera as I am trying to do this one-handed. Any glue that's sort of started, so there's still some in that, so that can go in that one. That one probably will be actually done, so that goes in there. My hole punch goes in this one over here, like so. It's all these bits. Realistically, I should have put it all away before Christmas, but I didn't. My white tack goes in here, in this little drawer here. And while I've got this open, I'm going to remove those sucker things off of the sort of windows and things and the doors that I had my wreaths on. So white tack goes in here as well. Then I've got these, and this goes in my embellishment drawer, but they sort of go at the back because this one here is to do with Christmas, so anything Christmas can go back in there. As I said, this is when you should do it as you go along, but unfortunately I didn't, and I just left the bag that was down here. So that's that. I have got some more paper pads, so I'll see if I can do this one-handed and put it in here if it will actually go, doing this one-handed. As I said, a little bit tight squeeze, but it has gone in. And I've got a couple more of these large ones. Well, these are a funny size, so these go in this one that was on my top shelf, so they can go in there. So I think, is that the only one that can go in there? This one is about empty. There's a few sheets in, but I like to cut all these bits off and use as well. And the same as that one, so they all go together. So let me just put this back on the shelf up here. So these do tend to just slot in like so. So these actually go behind me in one of my sort of filing things, along with my others. These two and this one goes in my paper rack, which is behind me, which I'll show you. Just move that fold out the way. So this comes down here, in here with all my papers. As I said, it is a funny sort of shape, but it has all the bigger papers and pads in there. And these other ones, because they don't really fit in anywhere, these also go in here. And then what I tend to do is this folder here normally stays there as well. This has things where I've been sort of, you know, used die cuts and things on bits and pieces. It's actually a photo album, but I use it to store things, and that just slots in there, making sure I don't catch any of those papers. So that just slots in there. So eventually I shall go through this again as I normally do, because I've got papers and things where they've come through the post I've put down here as well, due to the fact in case I want to send anything through the post. But really truly that needs sort of going through and organising. I go through this one actually regularly because I keep slotting the pads and the bigger papers in that one. So it's not exactly very neat, but there you are. It does need a little bit of sorting out. Sorry about my creaky chair. This is papers. This is the A4 ones. That goes in my folder behind me. And then I've got some more envelopes. I've got these small ones. and this set that I've come back from the caravan, I'm going to put those in that box along with the other envelopes and blank cards. And that one just is a blank one, and that goes in with pads and notebooks and things like that. A lot of them are in use for different reasons. Some are what I've duplicated or got another one of. I know it sounds strange. If I like a notebook, a particular notebook, before it runs out or before I can't get another one, I then go out and get one, if that makes sense. But I do keep sort of wipes in here, and my duster is somewhere around as well. So I'm going to put those away. Then I've got these few little bits of ribbon which can go in with my ribbons. And another looks like another thing that's got a little bit out of hand, probably needs a little bit of straightening up, is my ribbon sort of drawer from Christmas. Yeah, because it's got a little bit mucked up with all the projects and everything. So that will go through another day. As I said, very often I go through everything. This is my tool one. I'll quickly show you this because although I said reviewing and taking everything out, and normally I will take everything out, just wipe it, but everything will go back. It's got a screwdriver set, my pink sets down there, staple gun, things like that. And then at the bottom, it's got my laminator and my paper cutter in there. So they're sort of out the way. So I'm going to put these a few bits away. Then once again, my desk's cleared for the next part to be done. Okay, so I'm near the back doorway here. This is the last little bit I've done. This here I got from Tesco's. This was a gift from our son. It was half price. It was £12.50 instead of £25. So I've put it here at the top here, and then I got that little Poundland animal with the succulent hiding the screw where normally a picture goes. And I got these other three succulents. They came from Asda, £1 each. These were all last year. And that little bird, I'm not sure if it's still got the price on. There we are. That was 40p from the charity shop just at the bottom there. And as you know, that pot I think was £3 from Poundland. So that's how I've arranged the top there until that goes up on the wall somewhere. And I've also got a white shelf to go up in the hall when I finish decorating. So that is how I've decorated the back doorway. I have left just that canvas there at the moment, but I'll probably change that over to something maybe in beiges and browns. Right, I'm cooking a roast dinner at the moment, so I'm going to quickly come on to finish this video. My 7 items for today, I say I'm getting rid of 7 items per day for 7 days. So the items I am getting rid of today is my black sort of clogs. These are due to the fact they've got a hole in, so every time I go out in the garden my feet get wet. But I'm going to have to start using my white ones, I think. My son's got a new pair of trainers, so his is going as well. Like I said, I've put my 2 new first like fluffy socks in my canvas bin that's at the side of the bed. So I've pulled out my worst 2 pairs of socks. These are my thick socks. I keep my normal socks in the drawer, so that's 2 pairs there. I've got 3 t-shirts actually I've pulled out. I've got this love one which has actually got a few stains on, so I've tried to get them out, but I haven't worn it for such a long time, so that one's going. Then this one's a little bit on the tight side, so I've decided to get rid of this one. And this one is sort of quite a thick t-shirt, but if I'm going to wear a t-shirt, I'd rather have it slightly thinner, and it was from the charity shop anyway, so I've got that one. So 3 t-shirts there. And then the last item I have is this outfit, which I'm going to have a word with a couple of people first, but it's definitely leaving our home because it doesn't fit our granddaughter anymore. Is this sort of witch's dress. It is an age 3 to 4, yeah, 3 to 4. So that's the dress there, and the witch's hat. So if I count that as one item, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have actually got 8 items here. So it's Monday today, so that's day 1. I want to get rid of at least 7 items per day. It could be more. So today it's 8 items. So it soon mounts up through the 7 days. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.